So I can just grab it like that. But yeah, so we're probably going to close the doors on this soon. But
you heard it here, people.
You heard it here. Well, you heard it last week.
Yeah.
You heard it again here.
You heard it again here. But just a reminder. But that doesn't mean we're like stopping. It's just things will change, I think. Hopefully. Hopefully.
I mean, that is the plan.
Come on, be positive.
Well, I'm not denying it.
No,
I'm
I know.
agreeing with you. That is the plan.
I'm just giving you shit.
We
for no
plan
reason.
on change.
So
Out with the window, Satine will go.
Yes.
Satin.
We will stop talking about satin. Satine.
Out with the Satine, in with the DJ Jesus.
Yes. Oh,
The holy healing power of DJ Jesus.
I mean, mimes are spiritual individuals too.
There's no reason why they couldn't be.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, DJ Jesus.
I agree with
He's
you.
gonna have a lot of trouble miming to Saint Peter why he should get into the whole Golden Gates, but you know, it's just an extra challenge.
Bless his soul.
Maybe they'll find a kinship doing that, and then he and St. Peter can be good old pals. They could be fam.
They could be fam.
They can be lit, fam.
They could be lit.
They could
fam.
be lit.
Yeah.
We lit all up in this, fam.
And they'll be forget it. This week, I think there's actually not a lot of news. Also, we didn't prepare for it, but there's not a lot of news because everything kind of happened already. Like with the Game Awards, Achilles.
Did we talk about?
Yeah,
we did.
Yeah, we did last week.
Last week.
You forgot already.
We talked about the Switch. Then we talked about the awards, and then we saw the
PlayStation
video
Experience.
of a certain person saying, "Will you marry me?"
Oh, oh my
And
god!
we went, oh,
Yeah, that Keely thing was weird. It's a little weird. And then I made a meme about it that I thought was dumb.
yeah.
Just give the man a blowjob already.
Just
Keely.
do it already.
Just do it.
Just do it.
What are the chances Keely runs across this? He goes,
I mean,
"Fuck
not
these."
very high.
It's not very high.
Specifically.
It's also on a private. It's also on a private Facebook group, so it's not like it's not archived. Well, technically it is, but
It's public
No,
on
it's
YouTube.
just us saying. Just give him
us saying
blowjob
this.
already.
I thought he meant the memes I made. This?
No.
Oh yeah, he could probably run through this, but I doubt it. Also, I'm pretty sure at this point he is way past all the Dorito Pope bullshit trolls.
Dorito Pope?
Dorito Pope.
Yeah, or the Mountain Dew Pope, Dorito King.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, because
Jeff
like,
Keighley is a Dorito Pope?
Have you not seen those pictures?
Of Jeff Keighley as a
Of
Dorito
Jeff
Pope?
Keighley as a Pope, and he's surrounded by Doritos and Mountain Dew. Because when the game, we used to be called VGAs,
VGAs.
the Video Game Awards. So what are they called? Oh, now they're called the
Sponsored
Game
by
Awards.
Mountain Dew and
yeah, they'd
Doritos.
always be sponsored by Mountain Dew, but those were not like that wasn't his fault. But like he basically just accepted the thing.
Right.
So there would be like segments where he'd be sitting, like it'd be like like those commercials for like St. Jude Hospital, but he'd be sitting down next to a bag of Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Well, I mean, did you see the newest one where he's standing next to a giant
razor.
Who
That
apparently
was-
saves people, and he's just kind of...
That was so bad.
It's just as bad as back then.
It is, but I'm glad that there's no Dorito Mountain Dew stuff. Because
You're happier with Shave Man?
you know what? Because the Dorito Mountain Dew stuff is that's such a stereotype.
It is.
It's a huge stereotype.
There's a reason why Diva is drawn with them.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, she sits upon a throne of Doritos and Mountain Dew.
Really?
Diva.
Yeah, I know.
Overwatch.
I know, but really? Why? But why?
Because
She's
she's
a gamer.
because she's
Because she plays
esports.
Dota.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Oh,
she
that's
plays
right.
StarCraft.
Oh, StarCraft.
And
Right.
she's a pro gamer. So naturally, her
Doritos and Mountain
her
Dew.
diet consists of Doritos
Who was
and
it?
Mountain Dew.
Who was it? Was it Boogie that did that? I think I've seen a picture. I've never seen the video where he does a
Where's my
milkshake.
goddamn
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
milkshake I haven't seen.
Right,
I
he-
just remember him freaking out, yelling, "Where's my goddamn Mountain Dew?"
Mountain Dew. He puts in Mountain Dew and Doritos, and he makes like a shake. Ugh, that sounds disgusting.
Yeah, that did not sound appealing at all.
But you know what's not disgusting?
Mountain Dew slushy. Mm-hmm.
I've ever had that.
They're pretty good.
Do they have those at 7-Up? At 7-Up. 7-Eleven.
7-Eleven.
You can make them yourself.
7-Up.
Remember when we made slushies, Insta slushies?
Yeah.
That
Like,
shit was magical.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a secret hidden technique.
Oh.
Yeah, you can slushify pretty much any
Anything.
sweet drink and it'll be good. So.
Any carbonated Babu Ridge.
Yeah. Beverage.
But you know what isn't carbonated? Nah, this just fuck
you,
this.
you almost had the segue, but then Ben
Almost.
just kept pushing it. Just pushing. Just kept. You just
It's
never stopped pushing
I have
it.
to test Todd to see how far is he willing to go.
Or how many segues I have in my head.
Yeah.
It's like
My next one was gonna be water because he said, "But you know what isn't carbonated?" I was about to yell, "Water! What now, motherfucker?" I'm testing the segue.
It's like I'm driving the semi, right?
But I'm next to him,
and he's next to
yelling.
me, and I'm trying to turn. I'm trying to get off I'm trying to get off the exit, but then he grabs it and turns it, and we go into incoming traffic. That's what you're doing.
And then I stare at him and go, "I am testing you."
We're still in drivers. So news this week, I think there was probably some other stuff that I'm missing, but that's fine. I think the biggest news this week, obviously, most other news was overshadowed by the Nintendo stuff that happened on the Jimmy Fallon show. Which, did you guys see all of that whole bit?
Yeah,
No, I think I saw a post that you put up though.
Right.
I saw the thing.
I saw all of it, and, I mean, it's kind of whatever, but Jimmy Fallon is like, I don't know. He's a weird guy. He seems so, like, I think he never settled into his job as a late night host, but he's like so damn excited about everything. And that's good, but like, I can still tell that he's like super nervous.
Well,
Well, he's
I
a very
don't-
twitchy man. He's like,
He's super twitchy. Yeah, you're probably right.
It could be nerves, but I think they were nerves because he's like a legit gamer.
Yeah.
And he just, he's there with the legend.
Oh,
And Reggie Fils-Aimé.
legend and Reggie
Fils-Aimé. Well, I mean, what has Reggie actually done
Nothing.
besides be president of Nintendo of America?
He used to be with Pizza Hut.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
You
Reggie's cool. Like, don't get me wrong, Reggie. We love the shit out of you. You're so memeable. But, like,
so memeable.
when you're up against the creator of Mario and Zelda and Donkey Kong,
Right.
the man who's basically created Nintendo,
Basically.
it's not really a contest.
Yeah, it's not.
But yeah, like Fallon, the way he was acting is like he was legit stoked
Yeah.
that he was getting to. He was basically the first person to try
Outside of Nintendo to
outside of
get his hands on
Nintendo
it.
to try a real
Yeah,
Switch.
there hasn't even been any press, at least that we know of.
with the new Zelda, and he seemed like legit excited about
Yeah.
both of them.
No,
Like,
I know what you mean. I'm just saying that, like, also, this was pre-rehearsed as well, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe the console wasn't on the table for that, but
they probably this. I think they do pre-rehearse some stuff, but
Yeah.
as far as late night shows, not a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
You think it was 3D printed, like not actual system, and the video was like pre-recorded video, and he was just acting to it?
No. So it was clear at the beginning that, okay, so at first I thought somebody off screen was playing it or that it was recorded video, but no, Reggie was playing it, right? At the beginning, and then, cause he had the two controllers, like
The Joy-Con.
the Joy-Con snapped together. But this was interesting.
puppy.
This was interesting though, if you noticed, he was using two separate Joy-Cons, but the tablet itself the Joy-Cons still were still attached to them. So that means
You can have multiple
controllers,
controllers,
sets of Joy-Con.
Pyramid scheme.
pyramid scheme.
which isn't surprising.
No, it's not. I just didn't,
You know.
we hadn't seen it.
Yeah, that's a good confirmation of the fact that you could like split
Buy-
screen that
yeah,
shit. You
absolutely.
know, you buy two sets of Joy-Con controllers. You can have like fun, tabletop night on your goddamn Switch,
Yeah.
which is cool.
Goddamn Switch.
That's what it should be called. The goddamn,
The goddamn Switch.
That's good marketing.
Bring me a Switch.
So, and then eventually, Reggie tells Fallon to just pick up the tablet, and then he is absolutely playing it. That's him playing it, and you can see, like, the one thing I was looking for is like, okay, I want to see if his button clicks translate to the screen, and they do. So he was actually playing it. Now I've been just really on that, like, of seeing people on stage actually playing
Pyramid
stuff.
schemes.
Yeah. I mean, the footage looks good. The footage is not anything new that we've seen, but I think it's actually, you maybe, at the time I was thinking, why didn't they show this at the Game Awards? And it's because Nintendo needs, it's really smart. Nintendo needs to get on the biggest stage, and a bigger stage in the Game Awards is late night television. Because a lot of people still fucking watch that.
Yeah.
So I thought it was a really smart move, and this specifically for Super Mario Run. I think it's just called Super Mario Run, right? But we can keep talking
The
about
commercial
this.
was weird.
the commercial?
Yeah, for Super Mario Run.
Oh, the live action
like
one.
a giant cheesecake.
Yeah.
Like,
That was for that was for BuzzFeed, no?
Oh.
Yeah, that was was it
This is a video.
Miyamoto.
Yeah.
That was him literally like it's like
game
it's like play the game, and it's like, look, you can play this game with one hand.
He was making the
It's
point
like,
that you can play it with one hand. Oh, so before we get into Super Mario Run, like, what do you think about the situation with the Switch, and what do you think about them? I mean, obviously it's a smart idea to put it, because that's what they did with the Wii U. You know, but at the time the Wii U was that was mass confusion. Like, oh, because even, I think it was Jimmy Fallon who was like, so this is something for the Wii. And that's when it all started, because he had no idea that it was legitimately another console.
One thing I want to note is the actual Breath of the Wild gameplay. When you see the gameplay that being played by Bill, I forgot his
Bill Murray.
last name.
From Treehouse.
Yes.
Trennan. Yeah,
Trennan.
Trennan.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Bill Trennan.
Bill T.
Yes. He's who's also one of the big heads of Nintendo. Yeah. Like when he's playing it on the Wii U, like you can see from their live gameplay, you can see the quality that it's gonna be at the Wii U, right? It has like a lower FPS,
of course.
It's
low
resolution.
Not by that much though, I would imagine.
Well,
you think so?
With like comparing it to the Switch, to the live Switch stuff that happened on the Jimmy Fallon show, there's a pretty big bump. Like that gameplay was running 60 FPS without a drop frame. Like there were some visual glitches with shadows, but that's fixable stuff. And it was running smooth, and it looked like it was very much a higher resolution.
Yeah, it did look pretty
good. I think that bodes very well for the Switch.
Yeah.
Is the Switch going to be 4K?
I doubt.
I
doubt it.
No,
it's just a question.
No, but I mean, if anything, it's very. I mean, I'm pretty sure, just like the Wii U, that the Switch is only going to have an HDMI port. Right, you're not going to be able to plug in components and shit, because who does that anymore?
I mean, I think the era of components have been dropped.
Yeah. I mean, when they did it with the Wii U, that's the confirmation, because usually Nintendo lags behind a little bit on that end. I thought the footage looked pretty good. I mean, the footage necessarily is not something we've seen that before. That's clearly, I think it was from like maybe the first demo. But what was interesting to me was finally seeing it play on the tablet, because you do see that. And unfortunately, like it's like an off-screen, they have a camera pointing at it, but it looked pretty decent. Now the one thing that caught me off guard was like, we don't know how big the tablet actually is, because when you see it in the first commercial, I mean, it's like,
they have nothing to compare it to.
Yeah, and the thing is, you're seeing this live with Jimmy Fallon holding it, and it looks like maybe like a 6-inch or 7-inch screen.
Well, how big is Jimmy Fallon?
I don't know. He's a short guy, from what I understand. But it looked like a smaller tablet, and that's not a knock on it. I'm just making an observation.
Yeah, it very much looks like a slightly longer.
Like a
maybe a little bit bigger than
like what, like meh?
The tablet looks a little more widescreenish.
Yeah,
it's so you're talking about.
It's definitely probably like 7-8 inches.
Like this.
Yeah,
no one can see this.
Well, yeah,
but
that's
longer.
why I kept going like this.
Yeah,
like this.
It looked like a long 7-inch tablet,
right,
basically. Or I guess that would be.
I'm going to take a good guess that it's a 7-inch tablet.
It's probably something that way.
Especially if they're trying to get people to actually take it out and actually people use a tablet. I think 10 would be too big.
Yes.
So I think 7's a sweet spot.
Yeah,
for that tablet, and that's fine. But I thought that was a good bit. That was definitely a good bit. And what's interesting to me about Reggie in particular is that he never gets out of, and that's, not a knock on him, it's just an observation. He never gets out of, obviously his big thing is to sell, right? To sell the stuff that his company makes, but he never gets out, he's never like relaxed. He's always like in presentation mode. Mm-hmm. And he was acting as if he was on the E3 stage, and I thought that was a little funny. But yeah, I mean, really smart thing of them to do. And then I believe he did say, which I don't think was previously said, that on the 12th of next month is when they're going to have the big expose. Mm-hmm. So, if that's I would imagine that's a weekday, but if it's not, if it's on the weekend, we should watch it together. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And you know what? Like the past footage that we've seen, more recent footage, and then this stuff, it's like, I really want one now. If it's 300, that's my base price. 300 max for me. Still,
I mean,
it looks
if
good.
it's
A pair of Astros.
I mean, if Toys R Us really did like hit the money there and leak it, you could get it as low as $250 if you don't want to go with the extras.
Incredible.
Yeah.
If it's actually $250, man,
that's competitive.
That's very competitive.
And
I think I might wait on it just a little bit.
Yeah, me too. I'm just saying that if that's the case, then I'll probably pick it up. Now, obviously, the big thing is we don't know it. We don't really 100% know if Breath of the Wild is going to be day and date with the console.
That was the thing that was running around, right? That was a rumor mill type of thing.
It feels like Breath of the Wild might still be 6 months out, which means it won't be. It'll be like 2-3 months after the release of the console.
So, what would you guys need? What would be your killer game that would say like you need a Switch on release?
Pokemon Stars.
Well, because Zelda is looking like it's not going to be released with it. What game is telling you need this?
I don't know yet.
Pokemon Stars.
Do you think it's going to be?
It's going to
right
be
there
an
on
HD.
release?
That's the thing. That people from the Pokemon Company are saying that they're really shooting
Stars
for
are
that.
ready.
Yeah, they're really shooting, and it's going to be an HD, and hopefully not just a remake. I think it's going to be like an HD expansion to Pokemon Sun and Moon. If it is, I pick that shit up immediately.
Yeah, I don't know, because for me, unfortunately, it's not really Mario anymore. I think something like a console Fire Emblem. But I know that's probably not going to happen.
Not at launch.
I'd say Mario has become a safe guarantee.
Yeah, that's old. It's old faithful.
It's not something that's like you have to get it.
No, it's
this new Mario.
It's also something that you expect with a Nintendo console.
Yeah,
like,
upon release,
so,
you gotta have a new Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You gotta have a new world.
Yeah,
and
eventually
maybe
a Smash
party.
Brothers.
Maybe a party.
Oh man, if there was a new Mario Party. Because I told you guys I recently played it on a 64. I played Mario Party 2 and I loved it. Like, I remember how fun that game was. They had a new but the thing is that would require me to have people around to play it all the time.
And a cart. Oh,
yeah, well, cart I can play alone. I don't need people to play that to have fun. I don't know yet. Right now, obviously we don't know what's going to happen, what games are actually going to announce on the 12th. But if Breath of the Wild at this moment is not on
day one release,
then I'll wait.
Yeah.
Then I'll wait. Yeah.
But Stars would get me on the fence on getting it
to consider it,
but I'm not sure if that would be the
be-all
I would need
all.
the confirmation that it is a major expansion and not maybe 3 to 4 extra hours.
I mean, every expansion that they've done so far, they've added like a lot of content to
and
it.
I always feel like once the game is done, they start working on the new one, but they're too close together. I imagine they've been working on Stars along with Sun and Moon.
It's likely, but considering it also has extra time and like they might have even had like a separate team doing it. Yeah,
on extra polish.
I think also something that we talked about when we had the whole Switch episode was third party exclusives. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm curious to see what comes out of that, and I'm pretty sure some of those will be day one as well. Yeah, because if they want a strong lineup, they'll have some third party stuff.
I saw people saying that like there's gonna be a special 3-pack of Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah, it was one of the rumor mill things,
right?
Like not confirmed by From.
Yeah,
so
of course.
So I think for people that haven't played those games and would like to, that's a good deal. But for me, it's like I don't want stuff that's pre-existing.
Because I mean, I know people that are
Nintendo.
They won't touch anything other than Nintendo.
So they've missed out on basically everything third party.
Yeah, but they'll look at it and go, "Nah, I don't need it."
Yeah. I understand that. But for me, I'm interested in new third party stuff, not re-release stuff. Because
of course, because you have the other systems.
Exactly, and that's the difference. That's the difference. And we talked about it the first time. It's like Skyrim is like, well, why on earth would I play that on the Switch? Why would I play that on the Switch, right? But yeah, it would have to be
Said the
Zelda.
man who's currently playing it.
Yes,
now
you're
on
right.
PS4.
Yes, you're right. Legend of Zelda. That's what I want because that's what we've seen the most of at this point.
Yeah.
So if that doesn't come out day one, then I'll wait.
It's the shining dog treat that they keep dangling above us, and we're going like, I want that.
Or something just really cool that they come up with. That's either it's first party or third party. Just something really cool looking that I know I can't get anywhere else. Because at this point, that's the only reason I'd go with the Switch, to play something I can't play anywhere else. Exactly.
I haven't heard a peep from Monster Hunter, but like, if they were to go like, hey, we're porting like Double Cross upon release English, that'd be pretty damn hype.
I feel like
that wouldn't happen.
No, I feel like that would be
that'd be pretty damn
and
hype.
if they did show something Monster Hunter, that'd be later down the line, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Harvest Moon is Nintendo, right? Like that is a Nintendo property.
I believe so.
So I would like a console Harvest Moon.
Who was it that made New Leaf?
That's Animal Crossing.
Animal
But that's also the
Crossing,
same. That's not the same dev.
It's
no?
around the same.
Oh, but like style of game, yeah, but it's
Yeah.
not the same dev.
No, I don't think so.
I like Animal Crossing enough, but I prefer Harvest Moon. Also, like Stardew Valley is coming to PlayStation 4 soon, so I'm really excited about that. I really want to play that game. But yeah, I think maybe a Harvest Moon would be cool. The last Harvest Moon that came out on console was like on Wii, right? The Wii U didn't have a console version
I believe
that I'm aware of. I think there was one on 3DS. I would imagine there was one on 3DS.
There's probably a few on 3DS.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm more than certain because I think Danny has it.
A couple of games.
Yeah.
Cool. So something else that they showed off, obviously. Well, the first thing that they showed before they showed the Switch, I was about to say Wii U, was
you're one of them
Super
now.
Mario Super Mario Run. What do you guys think about that? Now that we've actually seen gameplay.
That looks like a person trying to speedrun Super Mario.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
That's the first thing that I thought of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what to add to that. Like it's a Mario where you tap to jump and he always moves forward.
Yeah.
Like,
and the thing is, I think that
Is there an expansion where he gets like blue frosted tips and he collects emeralds
oh jeez.
and he becomes a Super Mario?
he is the Super Mario.
But he's extra super now. He's golden. And
According to game theory, he goes
flies.
faster than Sonic also.
Damn.
What?
Yeah. According to game theory, Mario runs faster than Sonic.
Isn't there the villain from Sonic that runs faster than
Yeah.
Sonic too? Right?
Eggman runs faster than both of them.
That's fucking ridiculous.
That sounds retarded.
It does.
Well, you can go have a chat with Matt.
Yeah, Matt, you have to hit Matt Pat up with that.
Yeah.
Where are the... Like, I feel like I keep blacking out on Matt Pat's videos. And like you keep bringing up like old videos and like that didn't happen. And, like,
You
put
keep
up the video
you
and,
keep
like,
blanking out on more than Matt Pat's videos because you saw that Gaijin Goomba one. I know you did. We saw it together.
Did we?
Yes.
Shit,
He just called you
I'm
out.
blacking out, dude.
The game didn't look particularly enticing. I think that it looks like a lot of runners that exist, and and the thing is, most of them are 3D, right? Like what's that really popular one that came out a long time ago?
Indiana Jones bullshit.
No, the Temple Run. What's it called?
Temple Run.
Right?
Well, the Temple Run is like a side-scrolling one, isn't it?
But there's
No,
a new one
it's-
where you run downward.
Is
Temple
it?
Run is fully 3D. So it's a third person. It's fully rendered, and you just have to like swipe to go left or right or whatever. But
There's also one with the minions.
oh god,
I
no.
know that because my niece plays it. Yeah.
Disgusting.
Well, my niece used to play it when she was
You know what?
very
The
young.
only runner that I played was the Rayman one because I like Rayman a lot, and that one I got bored of it like in an hour. It's just like that. That's not for me. But the thing is, I think what Nintendo is making very clear that this game it's for everyone. It's not just for people the hardcore crowd, right? And this is them trying to move out of their conservativeness a little bit. And it's really smart to show it at Fallon. Fallon was super excited about that, and everyone in the crowd seemed kind of like, yeah, this is cool. I'll probably download this. I don't think that Reggie mentioned the price of it.
Did he?
That's
Is
not
it like
something.
$10?
Also, that's not something you're going to talk about on a real late night show. But he did say when it's coming out and everything, which is coming out like 2 weeks from now. So maybe it'll be worth checking out. But I think the most important thing is longevity. Like I know Mitomo is not a game, but that didn't last very long. Like I think at least for me, like I played it for a couple months. I thought it was like, it's a cute thing, and then I stopped.
Yeah, I remember you guys posting about it, and I was staring there like, huh. Oh, well.
Yeah. What I'm wondering is how the microtransactions are going to work, because even though you're going to pay for it, doesn't mean that they're not going to. They're gonna see if they can get more money out of
What would the
you.
expansions be?
And they've
What would
already.
the purchases be?
Did they already talk about that?
But they I don't know if they've talked about like pricing and like
It's
what
gonna be $10.
Probably.
Yeah.
No,
I'm telling you, they did confirm that.
Okay, so it's gonna be 10. Then
It'll be 10.
as far as microtransactions go, I doubt they'll go very heavy on them if it's a $10 game.
Like 99 cents.
Yeah,
per.
and like 99 cents probably makes sense.
Do you think there would be like lives?
I mean, there's not going to be lives, but what there is going to be is more characters. They've already they've already solidified a good longevity for the game, because you can create your own levels. You can
The kingdom creator.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
but real quick. So I couldn't I couldn't tell if that was just like you're creating this thing, but I was confused by that, because it didn't. Do you actually create levels like in Mario Maker, or is it just like a
I imagine,
this like settlement that you're creating?
I imagine it's like I think it's like Mario Maker.
Okay.
Except that it's not as in depth.
Yeah, of course not.
But yeah, you can create your own levels and then challenge other people to them, and then in the kingdom part of it, you can do certain things that will unlock characters for you, and Yoshi and Luigi are both confirmed for that.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So you could do a whole slew of Mario characters,
and outside of Mario characters too, if
yeah.
you really wanted to make that work.
Mm-hmm.
A certain blue hedgehog comes to mind.
God,
Sega is owned by Nintendo.
Just swap out the coins for rings.
Jesus.
There you go. What's it? Sonic Go. It's Mario Go, right? Or what is it?
No, it's
Mario
Super Mario
Run.
Super Mario Run.
Yeah. It'd be funny if they would have called
And
it Super Mario Go.
They really fought against placing Go on that.
I mean, well, it's not. It's
If it's on the phone, it's a Go.
Run makes more sense, I guess.
It makes more sense, but if it's on the phone, it's a Go.
Yeah, there's
Pokemon
Pokemon
Go, Hitman Go,
Lara Croft
Lara
Go.
Croft.
I believe there's a Deus Ex Go happening too, which is crazy.
Jeez.
They even want to make a Life is Strange Go, which doesn't make any fucking sense to me.
Life
That
Go.
does not.
Yeah. I probably will. Oh no, it's $10. I probably won't. Because there is a demo coming out on iOS, but for Android, it doesn't come out until next year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So I'll probably try the demo out just to have a feel for it. But I highly doubt that I'll personally be buying a $10 runner, regardless of what property is behind it.
I'm good, bro.
But if
I
people,
got games.
but if people like it, this is more success for Nintendo, and I think that right now they
More
need that
power to them.
success. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be more curious to see what games come down the line that are not runners, because they talked about Fire Emblem, I believe, and Animal Crossing. Man, Animal Crossing on mobile makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you want that many notifications to be popping on your phone.
Hey, we need your soul. Hey, go pick up shells.
Yeah.
We'll give you $5.
So, real quick, I want to ask a question. Like, I wonder if it does go well for them and they continue making games for mobile, do you think that it'll be a while before they put out a successor to the 3DS?
I think that's very different.
Yeah. I think
again, and I still stand for this. Games for mobile and games on a system, portable system, are very different.
Oh, they are.
things.
No, I know what you mean.
They
But
should
they're
be.
still both.
I demand segregation.
But they're still they're still both portable. And
Yes.
more people these days, and I think that I know the 3DS is different
and I mean,
from
yes, the strength of the phone is increasing, and like there's what was it, Final Fantasy that you can play on, the actual system.
yeah, there's
Final
some,
Fantasy
there's some new
on your
Final
phone.
Fantasies out now.
But I still stand. The DS is a separate machine.
No, I
You
agree with
can-
you. I just think that, especially with the Vita, when the Vita came out, it came out at a time where people weren't necessarily interested. I think a lot of people were not necessarily interested in having two handheld devices in their pocket, a phone and a console. Now, I know it's like, well, millions of people own a 3DS, yes, but do you think that they want to move forward with a successor? Or do you think that Nintendo sees the Switch as a successor in a sense?
I honestly think the Switch is the successor to the 3DS.
Okay.
I think that's where they went. They decided bigger, one screen, more powerful, as we can make it. It's portable. You can do both console gaming and portable gaming.
Right.
I honestly think like the 3DS is
It's done.
Once
I mean, the appearance of Pokemon Stars could be a telltale sign.
Yeah.
You know, they never said Stars is also available on DS.
Yeah.
No, we're jumping ship, essentially.
It's the Stars is going to be the first main title Pokemon game on a console in 20 years.
It's a long time.
What other main title was there?
None.
Okay.
Yeah, because like Pokemon Stadium and Coliseum don't count.
DX and
DX, like Gale of Darkness, like those aren't main title Pokemon
They're
games.
supplementary
Yes.
games.
Like this one is a main title Pokemon game on a console.
So this is the thing. So I don't know what that looks like. And we talked earlier about what's the killer app if Zelda doesn't come out on time.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to see what that looks like, because if that looks like a legit, like third person open RPG kind of game,
it's not going to be.
It's not going to be like that.
No.
So it's going to be.
It's going to be it's going to be a lot
3DS
prettier,
reminiscent.
but it's going to be basically the 3DS
This is what it's
game.
going to be, Todd. It's Pokemon Sun and Moon,
on the.
but it looks prettier. And
Okay.
there might be
and
an expanded story.
they've added stuff
And Todd,
to it.
why aren't you playing Pokemon
Because I
Sun
don't
and
have a
Moon?
3DS. I told you this already. Now
The thing is, I don't know if you've seen any gameplay of Sun and Moon.
I have.
Game's
Yeah.
Okay,
fun.
It
so
looks pretty.
it's no longer you're this little chibi sprite. Like you
Yeah.
have an avatar
Yeah,
now, a fully customizable, changeable avatar.
360 degrees of motion.
You have 360 degrees of motion, and the map areas are pretty large.
Pretty big. Yeah. Right.
If they're doing that and expanding to it, like it's basically going to be like worth like a $60 price.
Yeah. I guess is like what millions of
That's
people.
another thing. What would the set price for the games be?
$60.
It'd probably be 60.
Well,
yeah.
this is the thing. A lot of games for the Wii U at launch, I remember because I was working at GameStop when the Wii U launched. Some of them were even 40. But those were like the Wii, Zombie U was $40. But Super Mario World 3D was 60.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it just depends on the game and third party. But I think at this point, third party is going to charge $60 for their games.
Yeah, of course.
So yeah, also 60 has been the standard for a very long time. So I don't think that's going to change anytime soon.
There'll be your indie darlings
Of course,
and things
yeah.
that'll come out to like 15, 20
Yeah,
bucks.
20 bucks, absolutely.
But for the most part, I think mainstay titles, like the really big ones, those are going to be like, so those are probably going to be 60.
Yeah, that's true.
I think the main reason games have stayed at $60 is because season pass exists.
I think if season passes or stuff like that didn't exist, then they would go up.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They would have been way more up by now.
Which
Yeah.
actually, I think a lot, and everyone's financial situation is very different. For a lot of people, $60 can be a lot. For some people, it's not. But I think when overall people complain about them being expensive, it's like, hey man, do you remember the Nintendo 64 or even the NES? Some cartridges were like $100. And that's expensive. Let's consider inflation, right? But then they were different. But yeah, probably $60. That makes perfect sense to me. Oh, and they had Miyamoto play with the Roots, which is, god damn it!
I did see that.
That's
pretty cool.
It's the coolest thing.
Yeah.
It's so cool. Yeah,
That's very cool.
It's very cool. Yeah.
Cool.
They need to make an album together.
What would that album be called?
It's making. I made a meme. I made this. It's gonna be called Down the Green Pipe.
Down the
Yeah,
Green Pipe?
that's what he posted in Mother Base.
And the
Green
first
Pipe.
single is me and you equals we.
Fuck you. Todd, we're in a second story building. There's a window right
I thought
here,
that was
Todd.
so great. Me with double I and you equals we with double I. Love it.
What would the second song be?
Oh, I don't know. Okay, look, I'm not
We will play.
that. No, I'm not that. No, we.
Let's switch it up.
Let's. Oh yeah.
Oh.
Switch it up. Yeah.
That's where they change the tempo into a hotter.
That's where it becomes like heavy death metal.
No, I thought it was gonna be just slightly faster tempo, but fuck, Capello.
Yeah, they
Miyamoto
really
had
want to switch it up.
something
You know what? I want the entire album in the background of every song to just be the Mario theme, just really lightly playing in the background. Oh my god,
Just
that'd be
brainwashing
great.
you.
Yeah, you know what?
But it's just renditions of Mario music.
Yeah,
In different styles.
but I want someone to sing.
Who?
I don't know, not Miyamoto.
I want to sing I Don't Know Miyamoto.
No, I want Bill Trin to sing.
Bill Murray.
Bill Trennan, yeah. He can be the singer.
Yeah, and Reggie could be the narrator from song. Moving on to song number 2.
Reggie can be the bassist. You can give
I think
him something.
he looks like the kind of guy that would pluck away at the top string like that. Yeah, slapping the bass.
Slap the
Slapping the
bass.
bass. Well, I think that's kind of it for news because I tried to load a couple news sites and then I couldn't load anything. But that's the most important news this week.
Yeah. There's a related item that we could talk about.
To run?
No, not to run.
Oh, okay.
To the Switch,
Okay.
in which they're saying that GameCube games will finally be on the Virtual Console.
That's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. That's I mean, they weren't playable on the Wii or the Wii U.
Well, no, the Wii was backwards compatible.
So you could play
The original
I don't
Wii.
remember that.
Yes, the Wii was backwards compatible. You could play GameCube games on it. Not the Wii U.
Yeah, of course not the Wii.
The
U.
Wii,
That's,
definitely.
I mean, that's a Blu-ray drive at that point.
Mm-hmm.
That's really cool. I would imagine that they're going to, if they do, that they'd slowly start trickling them out, or do you think some of them would be available at launch?
I know. I definitely think some will be available at launch, and some very promising titles.
No, this is rumor mill?
No, this is. I think it's confirmed that there's going to be GameCube games,
But
they're just
what's
not sure
rumored is
which
which ones.
ones.
Which or
Yeah.
when?
So which ones have been rumored then?
So Super Smash Brothers Melee.
Right, that makes perfect
That's
sense.
a really big one. Super Mario Sunshine.
That makes perfect sense too.
And what was the third one? It's supposed to be another really big game.
Sonic 2016.
No, not Sonic.
Star Fox Adventures.
Star Fox
The
Adventures.
one where you have a dinosaur friend.
But the third one that was said to be most likely, I think maybe it could have been Double Dash.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So all Mario games.
Yes,
I played Double Dash. Again. Double Dash was fun.
Double Dash was really good.
So I really like the possibility that they're going to continue releasing GameCube games, because you can get some great GameCube games and
You
play
can.
them on your Switch, like Metroid Prime. You know,
Yes,
the Metroid Prime series is fantastic.
it is. Yeah.
It's really great. My personal favorite Final Fantasy, which would probably get me kicked out of a lot of Final Fantasy clubs, which is Crystal Chronicles.
That's okay. It's okay. You know what my favorite is? Not a Final Fantasy game,
Right.
technically.
So,
What?
Tactics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's not a Final Fantasy game, technically.
It's
It's
in the world of Final Fantasy.
Sure, but it's not.
It's
there
not
are
a
chocobos
turn-based
and
RPG.
black mages, and
The classes are there.
people consider it a lot more Final Fantasy than they consider 13 Final Fantasy. So,
Well, 13 is
you're
the low point, I think, for a lot of people.
you're still good.
Good, because Final Fantasy Tactics is
People,
still...
no one ever mentions Crystal Chronicles. Like,
No. I've never played it, so...
I was watching the fandom, the Final Fantasy fandom that JP McDaniels did with a bunch of other Final Fantasy fanatics, and he went to the questions like, "What do you think is the most underrated Final Fantasy?" And people were like, everybody gave their answers, and JP was like, "Yeah, what about Crystal Chronicles?" And then Jesse Cox, who was also there, was like, "What about Crystal Chronicles?" It's like,
Jeez.
well, shit, Jesse, you shit right on my heart. Why don't you? You can kind of sucker me in.
That's when Capello
to
kicks down the door at that podcast and goes, "Fuck you, Jesse!" Just runs back out.
So aggressive with the door kick, but just a very simple fuck you.
Yeah.
You can kind of sucker me into liking your game if you have fantastic music, but Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles has fantastic music, which I listen to every day. Plus, it's really fun. So
Right. Well, if that happens and it's backwards compatible, or it's on virtual server, I'll probably give it a shot.
that's cool. There's a bunch of, like, you can bring back Billy Hatcher. You can bring back Star Fox Adventures now.
Rogue Squadron?
Rogue Squadron. I don't know if they can get Rogue Squadron.
I think it would probably be way more complicated now.
Yeah.
With Disney being the overlord that they are.
There's a lot of really great GameCube games.
And I think that would be really smart for them to have at least some of them at launch. Even if the ones you say, which are, I like Double Dash in particular, but that'd be really smart. Have more games than you can play on a launch console is a good idea.
What if you play a Katamari by just moving the blobs up and down?
I don't think has Katamari ever been on a Nintendo console?
Yeah, the Katamari originally was on the GameCube.
It was?
Yeah.
I thought it was PS2.
That's how it first came to.
It was
be.
first on the GameCube.
Wow, I did not know that. Interesting. It'd be cool to see it come back. Now, if there was a Katamari exclusive on the Switch, I'd probably do that too.
The later Katamaris are kind of...
The newer ones are not great, but the one that came out on 360 was pretty okay, which is Beautiful Katamari, which I liked. It was okay. Also, one more thing is that I think it was yesterday that they confirmed that Super Mario Run cannot be played without an internet connection. So
fuck you, hackers.
So this is the thing about that, and there was a lot of controversy about it. It's I think for what's the new site, the new Vice Gaming Waypoint. They had an interview with Miyamoto, and he was talking about it's great to play anywhere. And then later they confirmed, but you still need to be connected. You still need to have data connected
anywhere,
but
internet.
Yeah, so I think that's it's progressive conservative. It's we're gonna make mobile games, but you can't actually play them anywhere. So I think that's a small kind of. A lot of people were kind of not mad, but they were just oh, that's a bummer, But yeah, that was another bit of Nintendo news. Yeah.
I just realized that Okami can also come to the Switch.
Oh
then.
my god,
that would be nice.
That's a great.
Yeah.
They should just make another Okami.
You know what?
What?
Beautiful Joe.
Beautiful Joe.
Holy shit.
There's Capcom is right there with their partners.
Yeah.
They could bring
Also,
back.
that wasn't a Nintendo exclusive, right? It was also on PS2.
It was also. I think it eventually came to PS2.
Right. I think it came afterwards.
Yeah.
But there was only 2, right? 1 and 2. Oh, they made a DS game.
Yes.
There was a DS game.
Red Hot Rumble.
Is that what it's called?
I don't think that one was on the DS. I think that one was a spin-off on the GameCube.
Oh, really?
Red Hot Rumble.
Okay. Was it like a brawler?
Yeah. 4-person.
Oh, okay.
Beautiful Joe coming back coincides with Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It could
he was a character in the past MVC.
Yeah.
And Capcom have said that they want to revive some older stuff too, which that's a Capcom property.
Okami.
Okami's also Capcom? Yeah.
Yeah,
it is.
I forgot.
She is in MVC 3.
Yeah.
Yes, I recall. Real quick, have you played, did you download that on PS4?
MVC 3? No.
Yeah. No, you haven't yet?
No, apparently the online is dog shit.
Okay.
I mean, when do you ever go online in a fighting game? So
I personally don't.
I just wonder if that port is any good.
So apparently the port is really good. It's just that the online is ass.
But it always has been, right? That I'm aware of.
It's,
My cousin played it religiously, and he always complained about that.
Yeah, like the netcode isn't really great in Marvel vs. Capcom.
You know what we should do? We should drag Todd back over to the house and play Blaze Blue.
We should do that.
It's been a while. Oh, it's only been 2 weeks.
We haven't touched Blaze Blue.
Yeah, I played it that one time.
No, but
when Capello was in here.
Yeah, and then Capello got here and he played it for what?
Like an hour.
Like
hours?
a few hours.
A few hours. And then we have yet to touch it again.
It was the same thing for Revelator. Like we picked up Revelator, played for a couple of hours.
It's because there were only 2 new characters. We just stuck to those 2 new characters and we played it like.
And then we we dropped it for like 6-7 weeks, and then we were like,
hey, Revelator.
Hey, it was like,
Dizzy's coming about. We should play Revelator. We started playing Revelator. We didn't buy Dizzy. And then he dropped.
That's hilarious.
And then Blaze Blue came out. But only in Japan, and I told Ben hey, Blaze Blue's out, but it's only in Japan. And we were like, fuck. Oh, fuck it, let's play Guilty Gear.
Right.
Play Guilty Gear. Todd, you know how to play already, dude. You can't stay out of these.
I don't know how to play.
Todd, you know how to play. Todd.
I don't know how to play.
Into the frying pan.
You know how to dodge a wrench, you know how to dodge a ball, Todd.
He's not wrong.
Todd, can you Hadouken?
No.
You can play.
Oh, I said no.
Oh.
Well,
We
yes,
taught
you
you how
can.
to Hadouken.
Fuck
Clearly
you.
you
What?
Stop.
What?
Stop lying
I
to
never
us.
played Street Fighter with you guys.
Hadouken.
The
We're talking about the
input.
move.
Input.
Oh, the
Input.
move, not
Input.
an actual Hadouken.
Can you input?
Fireballs are usually Hadoukens.
Okay, that's a general term.
Yes.
Yes.
I gotcha.
Can you input for Hadouken?
I think I can.
Yes, you can, Todd.
think I
You
can.
have.
Don't you fucking lie to us, Todd. We
Todd.
have an entire series. An entire series, Todd.
Where's my Poke Youth knife? I need to cut Todd.
No, I have a Poke Youth knife right here, man. Where is it? Never mind.
The shadows took it.
No.
Shadow.
blow.
Don't say that to me.
Just blow out the ears of our poor audience.
Right there.
Yeah.
I
It's
have
okay.
your
We'll
knife.
lower it.
Your knife is mine.
Let's move on to
I will cut you.
what we've been playing, because we haven't talked about what we've been playing
I
for a
see
little
you
bit.
play at
For like
night.
3 weeks.
Has it been that
2
long?
weeks. At least
been a
2
bit.
weeks. Like 2
2
weeks.
weeks, 2 weeks,
maybe.
2 weeks.
Yeah. I haven't done a shit show, which is we actually have a real name for it now. It's great,
A
but
shit show.
it won't be out until we actually
Right, shit
Yeah,
show?
which is
reformulate.
No, the leftovers.
Yeah,
Oh,
the leftovers.
Yeah. I do like shit
It
show.
sounds like
Shit show?
it sounds a lot better than shit show. Though.
It does.
What, leftovers?
Left,
Yeah.
and it makes sense with what
the
we're
format.
doing.
Well,
so.
leftovers isn't what we're playing. Leftovers is
No,
It's everything
the
that's
renaming of the shit show.
leftovers can be what we're playing. Leftovers
Yeah.
is literally whatever we haven't talked about previously.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's start with you, Ben.
Fuck you.
Okay.
Well, since the last time, it's been a while. So
What have you been playing recently?
there is a small timeline. There was.
Oh, that's Pokemon. Which is the last thing we talked about.
No, it was Titanfall.
Did we? Oh, yeah. Okay.
I passed Titanfall.
Yeah. Mhm. We both passed that.
Passed it to a stranger.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Pokemon. And
You
that
still-
took a solid week.
You still playing it?
No, I haven't touched it.
Wow.
I finished playing it and I closed it and I was like, okay, I need to think about it and whatnot.
And move on. Something else.
And then Dishonored and Final Fantasy came back.
Right.
Well, they didn't come back. They appeared.
They
And they
appeared.
were like, oh shit, it's Dishonored and Final Fantasy. What's
Yeah.
good, fam? And then Dishonored appeared. And I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll play Dishonored.
Yeah, I gave you a copy of that.
And
So,
The Division also popped up. I started playing
Random.
Division on my laptop.
Right. Okay. So you got the PC.
Not
version.
on a gamepad, but on keyboard and mouse.
Oh, jeez.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
I bet.
Getting those pop-shotting headshots.
With way
Bring
more
it on,
accuracy.
Rad Roaches. You ain't got shit.
So I want to ask you real quick though about Dishonored, because I think you didn't know that was coming to you. So
Yeah, I did know.
what did you think of it?
I like it, but I had been playing Metal Gear Revengeance, and then I jumped over to it,
That's a weird.
and I was
transition.
very impatient.
Yeah,
And like
the game is about
sneaking
patience.
games, it's not just that game. Like all sneaking games, you gotta be patient
Yeah,
sometimes.
Metal Gear 2.
I gotta hear the conversation and know, okay, this is him. Yeah, gotta wait for him to go and get, be alone, so you could stab or poison or whatever
Do
your
your
flavor of thing is.
Yeah,
And like I was too impatient. I was trying to rush into the building so I could do my stuff, and I was like, no, you gotta slow it the fuck down.
right.
And coming off of a platinum game, which is high paced
Yeah.
fucking fighting.
So you decided to just go full high chaos then, and
I'm trying to be sneaky. I invested into what was it? 2 Ashes.
okay, yeah,
The perk,
Mhm.
2 Ashes. I have like
the outsider power.
2 skills that you activate,
Mhm.
and like 3 passives. I think. it
Right.
was.
So you use Blink, obviously.
Blink, and I upgraded Blink already.
Yeah.
I have the Owl's Eye or Night Vision.
Yeah. That's super. That's just
Very
like Blink.
useful.
That's completely necessary. Yeah.
I have improved health.
Okay.
I have 2 Ashes.
Mhm.
I think that's all for outsider abilities. From there, I started working on more crossbow bolts, even though I really don't like
Never
using the
don't
crossbow.
use the crossbow. Yeah.
It has its moments. It is useful, but
It's very useful.
I prefer,
specifically in stealth runs.
I'm supposed to shank and watch him disappear and go, hey, and
Yeah.
I just keep moving, and no one questions the sword on the floor.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they
That's,
see it and
it's
go,
true.
ah,
It's like, why is there a sword every
Where's
other
Tom?
step that I take?
Yeah.
It's like,
and they go, oh god, my neck. Coincidentally, in this game, when people go to sleep, they never wake the fuck up. Which is a serious question I meant to ask you sometime back. But, hey, as far as I'm concerned, they are unconscious.
Sure.
They're so tuckered out of how cool that I am.
They were just knocked straight out by your awesome karate.
Awesome
So they
kung fu
can be
skills.
woken up if you leave a body behind unconscious. And
For long enough?
And and a guard comes in, they'll wake them up.
Ah, okay.
It's not Metal Gear where if someone goes to sleep, you can see the Z's, and once the Z's run out, there's a chance of them waking up. It's not like that.
Yeah.
They are knocked out for the longevity of that you're on the map.
Coincidentally, speaking of sneaking around, I also played some not Dishonored, Watch Dogs. And in that game, people wake up a bit sooner than you'd expect.
Right.
So you can knock them out right through physical means, but you can also stun them and they'll pass out.
But the stun is temporary.
The stun is very much temporary
compared to you like going up to them and like grabbing them by the neck or whatever.
Yeah.
Right.
And so I was technically, this doesn't make sense, but I was comparing Watch Dogs and Dishonored.
You can't do that.
You see,
you can't do that, Ben.
Well, hold up. But I'm playing Watch Dogs as a sneaky run around. I said Watch Dogs, right? Yeah. Watch Dogs is a sneaky run around game. And, it's not that bad.
No, I understand that, but I think that
they're different monsters.
I think that Dishonored requires way more patience because
also fuck rats, dude.
Fuck rats. Because wow, I lost my chain of thought. Because the consequence, there is more consequence to your actions, and I feel like I would imagine like in Watch Dogs, you can honestly just fucking run away from the area.
Yes, you
clearly,
can.
and in Dishonored,
to
it's
an
very
extent you can run away in Dishonored.
Yeah, but
I've been caught, shot a man, and turn around and run, and blink onto a fucking thing.
You can do that, but it's such a smaller setting too.
Yeah, there are a little more concentrated.
I've been hearing a lot of good things about Watch Dogs too.
People are liking it.
Yeah, I probably won't pay for that. I think if I have a chance, I'll borrow that from somebody.
5-finger discount.
So, but yeah, that's cool. I'm glad you're liking that
Don't
too.
steal things, kids.
No, don't.
That's bad.
No, don't do that, please, for the love of God. So, have you been playing Final Fantasy, or have you been holding off on that?
Well, I've been playing it a bit. Like I haven't binged it only.
Right.
But it's going, and boy,
it's a very pretty looking game.
It has polish in the hair, and your pretty boy band is a pretty boy band. Well, it should be saying something that when my older brother walked in and goes, "What are you playing, dude? That looks really good."
Yeah.
Because the car looked so real and everything, and I was in a specific scene where they were riding somewhere.
Right.
I was like, "Oh, dude, it's Final Fantasy." Oh.
Wasn't expecting that.
Of course it'd be Final Fantasy. Because I don't play racing games.
Right. It would have been cool if he's like, man, it looks so cool, and then he turned it into the plane.
No, I'm nowhere near there yet.
Oh, so it's unlockable.
You actually can't get that until the second playthrough.
Oh, really?
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Regalia.
Huge incentive to play it again.
Yeah. There are entire dungeons that can't be completed until the second playthrough.
Now that's a way to make.
See, there are a whole bunch of dungeons where there are like doors, and they're like, I wonder how to get in, and
can't go here
your
yet.
characters just gonna start to go, well, looks like we can't get in.
Yeah.
Has Danny played some of it or not? He hasn't touched it.
Yes, he started.
Yeah.
Right. It looks. Everything I've read about it so far is very, very good. Very good reactions. I think the only thing that a lot of people are complaining about is the narrative itself. That it's not as strong as the gameplay, stuff like that, which is weird because at first I thought the gameplay didn't look that interesting to me, and I was more interested in the narrative, or at least the relationship.
The fighting is very interesting. It's very. I feel like it's very different in that.
It's real time. It's real time combat. Yeah.
But that's not what's so odd. It's how you fight. So you hold down a button, and your character will auto attack.
It's one button combat.
Auto attacks. Yeah.
Wow.
And you can change the direction. Like you can press back, and your character will change his combo. Essentially, your input changes the combo. The thing is, your character isn't exactly the strongest man in the world.
So you don't.
He will get his ass kicked.
Right.
So you need to stop attacking, so you can dodge.
Okay.
Your character doesn't. He blocks, quote unquote, but he mainly dodges attacks.
But it's not automatic. It's manual.
Yeah, you have to manually dodge.
So
it.
real quick,
in that you hold down a button, and if there's an attack incoming, you'll
It's
automatically dodge
okay,
it.
okay. So
At the cost of MB
right.
or mana.
Real quick, do you play all of them, or you just play the Prince?
You only play Prince Noctis.
You play
Okay.
Prince Noctis.
So it's not
and
like a party game like with
So,
Dragon and
there
Dragon Age
is
where you switch
a
between them.
gauge that fills up, and you can command your buddies.
Okay,
Essentially, you like the kid with the gun, Prompto.
Mm-hmm.
You can call on him, and he'll do a special shot that'll do more damage than normal.
right.
Or you can call on your bodyguard, which is Gladio or
Gladiolus. Yes.
yeah. And so it's a dude with a greatsword. And his first style type of attack, I don't really like. His second one, which I think was called Dawnhammer or Hellhammer, he'll jump up and just slam the greatsword down. But that'll take more of the gauge.
Yeah, because it's like a heavy attack.
You can change out their skills and whatnot. There's one where you call on your buddy and everyone groups up together and they heal. It's a group heal.
Okay.
But it costs 2 bars out of your 3 bars that you get while you're fighting.
Is it a slow recharge?
Yeah.
You get skills to make it faster.
Make it faster. Right.
It's interesting, and they are saying as DLC that you'll eventually be able to play
Oh, wow.
as each individual character in their own arc. Also, that towards the end there will be a multiplayer function where you and 3 friends will be able to play each of the characters
So,
As like dungeons?
as the whole story.
some
Holy
lucky mug
shit.
gets to be Noctis, right?
Uh-huh.
And then everyone else gets to be their own unique character.
Right.
I'm saying some lucky mug because I feel like Noctis is the most flexible. Because Prompto's a fucking glass cannon.
Well, yeah, but there
Prompto is squishy as fuck.
are items that you can give Prompto. Like,
Yeah, but like when you look at the stats of all 3 characters, he's the one with the least health.
you can.
Yeah, you can-
there's actually
Help push him up.
pretty early on. There's an item that not early on. I want to say like 6-7 chapters. There's a pair of items that you can get that will give him the most health out of the entire team.
Really?
Yes.
Exclusively for him?
No, anybody could use it, but if you really want Prompto to not die, you give those items to Prompto, and he will have the most health.
I'm not sure if they're very specific items that you're talking about, but I gave some to Gladio, and I made him my tank. It was like, you're Gladio. If it's anything health related, I just gave it to him.
See, that's why Lucky Joey keeps dying on you.
Lucky Joey?
That's what Max calls him, Lucky Joey.
Prompto?
Prompto, yeah.
Prompto's Lucky Joey.
It's because you don't give Prompto any fucking health.
Because I give him damage. Make him a priority.
I
Damage.
am super interested in playing it eventually.
You should. In
It's
fact,
actually
well, whenever you
it's
guys
a
are
game. It's a game that literally every Final Fantasy fan is content with.
Okay.
Like there's been no complaints.
No divisiveness,
No,
really.
people saying the story is weak, but it's not even that weak. It's not even weak enough to really complain about.
Right.
There is one thing that I heard in that the style in which the story goes, in which you start the game and it's very open-ended. And apparently, as you keep going through the story, it starts
narrows.
closing up and like, okay, now you're only doing story. And apparently, it'll open up again, but there's a section where you have to do only story. Because they're trying to get the story through.
Right. Okay. I mean, that's not... I think a lot of... There's a couple open world games
They
that...
also hear
it's,
that some of the later missions don't feel super polished.
Yeah, they are. There's specifically actually a patch coming soon
That's supposed to fix
that's
that?
supposed to fix that, and also on chapter 13 they're adding a whole other cutscene to make it more fluid.
More fluid?
Yeah, but
Wow, it makes it seem as if it's probably best to play it when it's all patched up then.
it's definitely going to be better. Like that, they still haven't released the PS4 Pro patch, which is supposed to fix all of the because right now the best way to play it isn't on the max PS4 Pro setting. It's actually the PS4 Pro Lite setting that runs the best.
Oh, that's right, because they're 2 different settings, right?
And they need to release that patch. They're gonna release the 13 content, the chapter 13 content,
Right.
And then after that, they're gonna add more story stuff, and they're gonna add like specific chapters, and they're gonna add like costumes and stuff.
Yeah.
So really, it's probably worth it to not go past chapter or not to get to chapter 13
Right.
immediately, until at least until they put the new patch in. which
Okay.
is supposed to be really soon.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I think I said the last time we saw each other, I saw the Brotherhood series.
Yes.
What's up?
The summons.
The summons.
Oh God,
Capello will agree.
they're so fucking cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You should play that game just to experience
The
Rama
summons.
picking you up and then fucking nuking the entire fucking field.
The sound
just-
that makes just. And then
Yeah,
the bass just. Oh.
it's so
So good.
cool.
Apparently, when you summon the other one, he runs into the land, but you see him in the distance, and you feel his trembles like, because he's a giant.
Yeah.
So it takes a while between steps to just when you see him, and it's like, fuck, he's coming.
Oh boy, the summons are so good. This game, they're like the best iterations of the summons.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like this game is definitely the one that's caught interest of people who are not into Final Fantasy, like myself.
It's a redemption to 13.
It seems that way because I know 13 was like
A lot of people
super
did not like
divisive,
it.
and especially like it went on for 3 fucking games, and people. I heard that the last one was horrible. What's it called?
I mean,
Lightning Returns.
Yeah, Lightning Returns. So here's a little context, and I'm
She's an
gonna.
angel, and she's helping Jesus.
Are you gonna defend the game?
No,
Oh, okay.
God no.
This
There's
one
just
Capello wouldn't touch.
I wouldn't touch it with a 50-foot pole. And, you know,
That's a
I'm
good devil's
gonna
advocate we have
spoil
to
the
go
end of
now.
the game right now.
Which
I'm gonna
13?
just spoil 13 right
Okay,
now.
that's fine.
You're gonna the people who don't want to know.
Then no one's gonna
Nobody
care.
fucking
I
cares.
feel like
but
Capello took out a gun. I'm gonna do it.
You're gonna fucking.
I'm
You're
not
gonna
even
get.
I'm not even gonna put a
Okay.
warning for this.
So at the
Spoilers.
end, Lightning kills God and then comes to Earth, and now she is a model in Japan.
You're
Done.
kidding.
That end of story. She
What?
is a model in Japan, a super awesome model for Gucci.
Really?
Is that
Buy
why?
Gucci products.
Is that why they had the collaboration?
Yes,
You're fucking joking. It was all advertisement for.
all advertisement for Gucci.
Wow.
She is now super Japan model, and the Japan loves her.
Please support the Gucci.
Please support the Gucci.
And people say the West has a problem with that kind of shit.
But Todd,
That's horrible.
It's
support the
terrible.
Gucci.
Nah, man.
I got like all that fucking work that you're supposed to do in Final Fantasy
For
13
nothing.
so that Lightning can be a fantasy model in Japan on Earth.
Todd, I want you to name the title of this podcast. Please support Gucci.
Please support
Remind me.
Gucci. They're just dying for your money. Like their coffers are empty.
Wow.
They need it. They need your
That's
money.
Just ridiculous.
Yeah, I can think of a game that does something just as shocking, in the act of killing a god, but way better story. And in that the story is, a lot of people will fight me and say the story's not exactly the best.
Right.
Dragon's Dogma.
You are the shining knight for that game.
I absolutely adore that game. The game
I-
is,
I played a
specifically-
little bit of it. I remember.
the game is
I
so
specifically
empty.
like.
love it so
I specifically like. Okay, now what?
Yes, it's so good, right?
It's like wow.
Todd, let's go into spoilers on Dragon's Dogma. It's
Yeah,
old enough.
I'm probably not gonna play
So
it.
in this game, Gregory, which is the main bad guy, this dragon, he takes your heart. You become the Arisen. You're now technically immortal. You have the pawns that follow you. You make your own pawn. Pawns are people's other creations and whatnot.
Okay.
They join you. Pretty good game. You fight it. You get to the end.
Mm-hmm.
So Gregory is just a thing. A bad thing, like an ominous cloud that appears, and every now and then the Arisen gets a choice, because every time he comes back, he makes an Arisen.
Right.
It's like a never-ending prophecy. It's the coils of light. And so he comes back, and this time you're it, and you fall in love with someone, and he gives you a choice: fight me and die, because I'm a dragon. You're gonna die. Or sacrifice your first love and I'll be gone for a while.
Jeez.
And the current king did the exact same thing, but he said, no, I killed him. I killed him so good, guys. look, I am the true arisen. I killed him so well. He sacrificed his queen.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like Gregory even tells you, like the arisen before you did the exact same thing. There's no shame in sacrificing her, because I am a dragon.
Right.
And so you fight fate, you kill him, and he goes, "You fucking idiot! You don't know what you've done. I was essentially a barrier that was holding back bad shit."
Mm-hmm.
And
Pandora's
so
box.
shit gets even worse and whatnot. You get to the point where you fight God himself. And guess what God is?
Is it?
He's an ancient arisen.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be a Gucci model.
No, not this time.
Not this time.
Although each time you play the game, after you beat the game once, every other time that you play the game, it's a different arisen. There's different character creations.
Right. Okay.
So I thought that was pretty cool. But you kill God. You kill
God
himself.
You kill Call of Duty.
You yourself become God. And what now, Todd? What do? You're God. No one can see you. You influence the world, though.
So you kill yourself?
So you kill yourself.
Really? That's how it ends?
No. Well, the game has, like, technically a couple of endings.
Oh,
you kill
okay.
God.
So that's one of the endings.
And you get the credits, I think it was.
Mm.
And so you're in your white cloudy place, sitting on a throne with nothing to do, and you can choose to go back down to Earth, or essentially that world.
Right.
But you're invisible. No one sees you. No one can comprehend the fact that God is next to you.
Right.
And it's so boring because you're God. And that's why God made the dragon come back to hopefully make a new candidate to become God, so that they can kill you because it's so boring to be God.
Okay.
This is the whole game.
Wow.
But this time you can't do that because you're God and you killed the dragon, so you can't make another candidate. So you kill yourself. God kills himself, Todd.
A giant wave of bullshit.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. I love it.
That's not what I expected from that game.
Yeah. No one expected you become God and you kill yourself.
Right. That's weird.
And then afterwards, once you're done killing yourself, you go and you kill Satan.
Yeah, that also happens. That's an expansion. The Dark Arisen.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because
I
if
remember
there
this.
is an Arisen that becomes God, there must be an Arisen that becomes Satan.
And the Dark Arisen was a standalone, right? You didn't have to have the original game.
No, you needed it.
Oh, you needed it.
Yeah,
so.
it was an expansion.
Well, thank you, Ben. That was
Riveting.
riveting.
Riveting
I honestly
story.
didn't know where this was going to go.
Well, imagine it's a lot like Bloodborne, where like, yeah, werewolves and Castlevania. Oh shit, it's aliens. Well, that's this game. You fight chimeras and dragon. What? You're God? Oh shit, you just killed yourself. It's
weird.
such a good hard turn. I love it.
Unlike Final Fantasy, which we were discussing.
Where you become a Gucci model.
Where you become a
Support
Gucci model.
Didn't they also have like a partnership for Final Fantasy 15?
Yeah, they're sponsored by Cup Noodles, which
Ramen
is
does appear. There's a ramen fucking
there's
truck.
there's a ramen quest, and you want to know
That's so surreal.
how sellouty it is?
What?
I'm not gonna tell you because it's so fucking good that you need to do it.
Shit.
It's
sellout.
I've seen that
it's
truck,
so,
I just didn't
no,
approach
you know
it.
how people sell out. You know, it's like, hey, buy
Let me
this
guess,
because it's really good. There's like they make it seem like
Let me try to reenact it, because I imagine how this is gonna go. Noctis walks into the cart, right? And it's like, hey, what do you guys have here? It's like, instant cup ramen. It's so delicious. Try it, please. And so he tries it, and he's like, this is pretty good. Prompto, try this. Or Prompto tries it. He's like, holy shit. This kicks Iggy's food out of the water, and Iggy gets insulted, and he's like, fuck you guys. I have to try it. And he tries it. And he's like, oh my god. My life. It's forfeit. This instant cup ramen beats my multiple recipes that I've made. I no longer have a purpose. Prince Noctis, please leave me. And so Iggy leaves the team, and he becomes a sage where he learns how to make his own noodles. But they're not good enough. And so he says, fuck it, just buy like 20 of them from the cup noodle store.
And then a link,
I'll join back the team.
and then a
It's
link
okay.
pops up where you can go on your PlayStation 4 through the browser to
And
the ramen
live
website.
order.
Yep.
a box of beef ramen, Instacup ramen.
So sort of like that, except replace Iggy with Gladiolus, and Gladiolus wants you to create a better cup noodles.
Ooh.
That's like what would go even better with these cup
And so
noodles.
the god of noodles appeared.
And so they do this, and then at the end they're like, you know what? Nothing can beat the flavor of instant cup ramen. It doesn't need anything to enhance its flavor. It's just so perfect.
Anyone who would dare add an additive other than the satchel of chicken flavor.
It's so hilariously bad. But you know what? They can get a pass because
that's funny.
It's funny.
It's not.
It's like
I'll tell
it's
you
not like
this,
super cringe.
I'll take a mission where they sell out over an ending where they sell out. I don't want,
because the climax. I wouldn't want the climax to be your Gucci model.
Yeah, I don't want the ending to be shit. We have to fight the ramen god, and so they fight him. And they fail, and it's like, no, your life is forfeit. Ramen rules the world now. And so that's the ending of the game. Final Fantasy 15. This was a giant spoiler for Final Fantasy 15.
Right. And then
I'm sorry, friends.
It ends
in ramen.
If you play it in VR in the first person mode, the end is literally like strings of noodles coming up like this.
Yeah.
And then it's over.
And if you want it to be truly immersive while you're yelling and gasping for breath, you have someone open a satchel of chicken flavor and toss it into your mouth.
Smell-o-vision.
So the other sponsorship that's very clear in the game is by Coleman, who makes
gear.
all the camping gear that they use, all their chairs, their grill, their tent,
everything
their
that is
lamps.
The camp session of
it's
the game.
all Coleman brand.
Although they don't push it on you.
No,
you
it's
do
just,
see it, but they don't say, "Oh, Coleman is so good."
It's
like Sony Vio placement in James Bond movies.
Yeah, or like what? Seeing somebody drink a Coca-Cola
in
a
movie.
Movie. Like it's there. We know what it is, but they don't say that it is.
It's not like a mission where it revolves around it.
It's so delicious, or anything like that. It's just.
They do that, they do that for the cup noodles, right?
Yeah.
But the way that the voice actors made it sound, it's like it brings
Even
you.
They were dragging themselves through the muck.
It's like they wanted you to like unimmerse yourself.
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
That's kind of weird.
It's funny.
Did Max already do this quest?
Yeah, that's how I saw it. That's how I know.
I wish I had seen Max do this.
Max was poking fun out of it so hard, but he was having fun with it.
Yeah,
so it's an enjoyable thing.
Cool.
It's a cool quest. They don't just completely sell out, and it feels
They
like
sell out fairly hard.
it's like, hey, look,
For
this
a couple of
is an
quests.
advertisement.
Right. That's interesting.
It's funny.
Very interesting.
Yeah. Unfortunately, I have no delusions that I'm going to be playing Final Fantasy 15 anytime soon.
Sure.
So I've relegated myself to watching people play it.
Right.
And then, eventually, if it comes to PC, I'll give it my own, playthroughs.
Quick side note, those have been my last couple of weeks of playing games.
Okay. Right on.
That took a bit.
No, it's fine. It's been a while.
It did take a bit.
Capello, what about you? Also, the first 20 minutes you get chopped out of this anyways.
That's okay.
Right.
So it's fine.
Fellow, did you challenge God himself and then become God and get bored and kill yourself?
I watched you do that. That sounds like every other weekend to me.
Did you see me actually finish the Dragon's Dogma?
Yes, you were like, dude, it's like, you're not going to play this game. I know you're not going to play this game, so let me show you. It's like, so you beat the last boss, and then it's like, no, here, take the controller. Tell me what you can do. And I was just walking around in limbo for 3 minutes, and I was like, what the fuck do you do at this point? And then you were like, go to this sword. Okay, now use that sword and you fucking kill yourself. It's like, well, shit.
It's so good, though.
So, I did not do that. And I did not become a Gucci model.
Technically, you just said that you did do that.
I mean, technically, I did do that. But I did not do that this week, or these past few weeks.
You most definitely did not do it to become a Gucci model.
Yes, I definitely did not become a Gucci model in Japan.
I'm very glad you did it.
My gaming has been pretty occupied by Hearthstone, and
Kazakhstan.
The mean streets of Kazakhstan. The pack of Kazakhstan. Yes.
I feel like that's from a movie.
It is from a movie.
Well, that's
I'm
Okay.
Borat.
Yeah. Okay.
The mean streets of Gadget-san.
Yes,
Gadget
Gadget-san.
That Kazakhstan.
Gadget-san, where the gangs rule the streets. Gadget-san full of swindles and cheats.
That's a catchy song.
I've heard this song so many fucking times.
It's a play.
Because fucking Blizzard only advertises to me.
Of course.
Like,
So, little known fact: when he's not with us on the weekend, he goes into a white room that's run by Blizzard. He just sees Blizzard ads all day.
It's like, I can imagine, like, it's a room, and then, like, there's a Blizzard employee, but it's like a police officer's uniform. And so Capello's just, like, every day, it's a natural thing. Gives him the keys, his wallet, everything, and then he sits down, and then he just consumes media.
it's all Blizzard commercials. Literally, I was watching a streamer, Kriparian, one of the biggest Hearthstone streamers on Twitch, gets like 20,000 views every fucking night. Every time he has a commercial, and he has them often, it's a goddamn commercial for Mean Streets of Gadget-san.
That's hilarious.
And then, because I watch Kriparian, when I go over to Max's stream and he gets a commercial,
It's that too.
it's a fucking, it's a Mean Streets of Gadget-san commercial. And then when I went this morning, and sure, it's more Blizzard, right? I was watching Shotcraft Kings on TB's channel.
Yes.
I get 2 commercials. Mean Streets of Gadget-san and Heroes of the Storm.
Oh, God.
So Blizzard basically, like, hey, this guy watches these 3 things, right? He watches Heroes of the Storm, he watches Hearthstone, he watches StarCraft. Let's just bomb him with fucking
with more of the same.
Yeah, let's just bomb him
sure
with
he
fucking.
doesn't know how good our products are.
Let's remind him.
Let's
Let's remind him constantly.
Hey, you play a lot of WoW? Let me show you a commercial about why WoW is so great and why you should start playing WoW, even though you already play WoW.
You need another
Even though
month.
you've got so many fucking hours in WoW that you probably should be ashamed. Let's just give you more WoW. You need more of that.
More of that.
So yeah, Mean Streets of Gadget-san, fun expansion. I've made a couple of pretty neat decks, and I got really lucky this time around.
Did you?
Yeah, like I packed one legendary off of my last expansion, and I bought with gold like 60, 70, 80 packs.
Oh shit.
I got like, it had to be less than 80 because I would have been guaranteed 2, but
So you got one
I got one legendary, so I had to be like 60, 70 packs, something like that.
Right.
The one before, which was an expansion that really didn't matter, TGT, I packed like 3 legendaries immediately. This time around, the first Mean Streets of Gadget-san pack that I opened had a legendary in it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And it was for a class that I play, like, and I love
Okay,
playing,
so it's perfect.
so yeah. I was like, well, shit, now I'm making this deck.
Right.
And then, I got, like, all the free packs, and then I had saved up a bunch of gold, and then I immediately packed another one. And this one was for a class that I don't play, so I dusted it. So in the first, I want to say 40 packs, 2 legendaries. So I'm banking right now.
Not
you know.
bad.
I was able, off of that, I made 2 decks, and then I've gathered a lot of cards to fool around with other ones that I want to try. But I need to gather more dust to create important cards. But yeah, I from the dust that I got, and I also made like 3 other legendaries. So I'm like 4 legendaries into this expansion, which is good. It gives me a good boost.
Right.
But other than that, just Pokemon, which we didn't go into depth. Well, we did go into depth, but last week.
Yeah.
Or the week before that.
Yeah. Last week we didn't do anything. We just talked about the stuff that happened.
So I've been playing Pokemon Sun and Moon. I finished the story completely. I want to say it's like my second favorite Pokemon game.
And your first being?
Black and White 2.
Interesting.
Black and White 2 still won over this?
Yeah, mostly because there's just a lot more in Black and White 2.
To do.
Like once you do the story, the after story is gigantic.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can the after story. I didn't even finish it completely, and I was maybe like 120 hours into the game, something like that. And of course, that is a lot of me like grinding and breeding and catching Pokemon, but
Right.
like I didn't get to everything in that story, and I really liked it. So it doesn't beat my all-time favorite, but it's still really great Pokemon game. It's fantastic. If there were more of it, it would be my
Be your
favorite.
top.
Yeah.
Right on.
I think I said this before, but I'll repeat it again. The only reason this isn't my most favorite Pokemon game is because not Heart Gold, but original Gold and Silver take a sentimental spot. But aside from that, it's a very good game, man. I place it very high on my
Pokemon list.
Pokemon RPGs.
Right on. That's awesome.
And once again, Todd, why aren't you playing?
I already told you I don't have a 3DS.
Todd, you have to play this game. Go to a black market.
Go to a black market. No, Sam bought Sam bought a 3DS on Black Friday, and he's got like 3 of them now, and he keeps telling me, you want to borrow one? I was like, well, I don't really have I'm not gonna play anything on it right now. So
See, now you're making excuses.
I'm not, but it's the truth. I'm not gonna, like, if I borrowed it from him, I wouldn't play anything on it right now. It would just be on the desk. I wouldn't do it. Nothing would happen to it.
Why?
Because I'm playing other stuff.
Why? What are you playing? Why?
Are you
Why?
done? Are you done with what you're playing this week, Bello? Play anything else?
You already know the stories of Skyrim, fucker.
Other than Heroes, I've just been glancing at games that I want to jump into. So
Right.
yeah, that's it for me.
Also, the Steam Winter Sale's coming up very soon.
Oh yeah,
Within the next week, 2 weeks.
I am not ready.
I'm not ready at all. Your cousin told me he wanted to pick up
Gears of
XCOM.
4.
XCOM and XCOM, yeah. That's cool. Okay, well,
Yeah.
Ben, the reason why I probably wouldn't be playing anything on a DS, I pointed at my desk like a 3DS was here on a 3DS.
The reason I'm not playing that thing right there.
Yes, that thing that doesn't exist.
Imaginary
3DS,
poster.
right?
I'm gonna make a post-it and put a 3DS should be here.
That's great. Put it right here on my PC. So I've been kind of revolving around 3 games, and so I don't remember if I talked about Dishonored at all the last time, but yeah, I've been playing some Dishonored 2. Have not gone past the Clockwork Mansion, which is about 4 main missions in, but it's excellent. That's probably, you know what, like, we talked about how that one level in Titanfall 2 is really fucking awesome. I think this beats it.
How it determines the rest of the game.
Yeah,
That's true. It
like I
is
said, like I was super surprised that mechanic came out.
in
like,
that game.
Only once.
Like-
one section.
Well,
It's like a sweet spot.
it's more like how Titanfall and Dishonored thought to do it at the same time.
That's just coincidence.
That definitely is because
Yeah.
they came out right next to each other.
They did,
like
yeah,
there's
absolutely.
no way.
And also,
Oh.
so that mission that's in Dishonored, that's after the Clockwork Mansion.
Okay.
So the Clockwork Mansion is a completely different thing. So I can talk about that just a little bit. The Clockwork Mansion is you're going to rescue the inventor from the first game, who is, I think, if you've already met him, his name is Sokolov. And you
Is that
rescue
the guy that upgrades your equipment? No, right? It's the other guy.
No.
The morgue dude.
Sokolov.
Sokolov is the guy that...
Sokolov's the painter. When you go in the beginning, he's the one painting the High Regent Lord, whatever.
Okay.
He's the guy with the large beard.
Yeah.
So in this game, you're going to rescue him from something Jinso, who is also a great inventor of
Kikintu.
a neighboring city called Karnaka. That's where you're in right now, or that's where I'm in. And so that entire mansion
Carne de Naco.
is like a fun house, but it's like there are levers in every room that basically you switch the rooms all around. So it's like this giant revolving puzzle, and it's probably one of the most well designed and thought out first person level design I've ever seen. I think it beats what, obviously the thing is, when I say beats what happens in Titanfall, it's just that in Titanfall you just didn't expect it at all, right?
Yeah.
And it's well made, but this is just on another level. Like the level design is just incredible. I haven't even finished it. But the reason why I didn't finish it was because I had some credit and I picked up Skyrim.
For the 17th billionth time.
This is
it's okay. It's everyone's.
The game
this is a guilty pleasure, but it's something.
It's not a
beyond
guilty pleasure.
The game that Todd, like, when we mentioned that you could have it on the go on the Switch, he went, But you know what? You'll get it twice. Once on the PC and once on the PS4. So, yeah.
This is my third time buying it.
3 times.
I bought
it,
but not on the Switch.
I bought it on the 360, obviously.
Certainly never on the Switch, sir. Why would I need it on the Switch? I have it on the PS4.
Because why would I? Okay, first of all, right now I'm in the camp where it's like I'm probably not going to buy a Switch right now. So why on earth would I buy it for and buy Skyrim on it when I own it on 3 different consoles now? I just, you know what I mean?
Because you can't play the PC, PS4, PS3 version of it on a plane.
Catch these hands now, boy.
I just don't think okay, we discussed this already, but I don't think I'd actually want to play it on a plane. I don't think I'd actually want to be playing Skyrim on a 7-inch screen.
Todd, I think you do want to play it.
Nah, I don't think so.
I think you do.
Well, anyways,
I think you're underestimating the tablet screens right now.
I probably am, yeah. So I have been playing some Skyrim, and it's funny.
Quick question, with or without mods?
Without mods, I haven't been able to download them. I haven't downloaded them.
Why?
But that's fine, because the thing is, I think it's been long enough that I'm okay playing it vanilla. Also, well, you know, the updates are, I don't think they're super significant, but if anything, I'm just very happy with a steady frame rate, more than anything, because frame rate in that game is very important. It's a beautiful game. It looks great.
Now, we need to talk again about your wrong choice, which was your character.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Okay.
Did you make a high elf, Todd?
No,
he made a racist.
I made a Nord.
Not all Nords are racist.
Yeah. No, they're not.
No, they're not.
Not all of them are.
The fucking
Just the Stormcloaks.
Yeah, the Stormcloaks are definitely the race.
So this is the thing. Okay, let me get to that. So I guess maybe the first time I played the game, which was 6 years ago now, right? Holy shit, that's a long time. I didn't really pay attention to this stuff, but now, especially with all the stuff that's going on in the real world, I was like going through certain cities. But when you go to the city where Jarl Ulfric Stormcloak is in, I think it's Windhelm. No, that's
Windhelm?
It's Windhelm, where Ulfric is a Jarl. And you go to his city, and the first thing you see when you go in is that these 2 Nords are heckling this Argonian for being Argonian, right? Mm-hmm. And it's like, the more and more I went with this, I was like, man, I don't like the Stormcloaks, because they're racist shitheads.
Yeah.
And even though...
And you're one.
And so, just because I'm a Nord okay. So I did
side with the Stormcloaks?
I did side with the Stormcloaks, but then I decided...
Racist confirmed.
But then I decided that I was just not going to pursue that quest line, because I don't have to. But also the Imperials are just as shitty.
Yeah.
Because they just they're just dicks too. All of them.
They're all, like, being, like... They're being subjugated by the Altmeri Dominion, and you can see it.
Absolutely,
real easy.
yeah.
Like, so, like,
and this is the thing: the Stormcloaks are specifically pissed off about that, right? About the Altmeri Dominion, but there are a lot of other things at play, and it's it's so interesting to play this game with the mentality and the perspective I have now, and say, wow, that's some racist shit.
Yeah.
But that doesn't take away from the rest of the game, fortunately. But I'm yet to play it with mods. I was looking at a list of the mods that are available, and yeah, I'll probably will. But I remember the moment that I installed it, I said, I'm gonna play about 2 hours of this, and I'll be fine. No. I should have known that.
Lies.
I should have known that. I have literally not touched anything else since I started playing it last week.
That sounds believable.
Yeah.
You wanna know the best thing about Skyrim is that as Dragonborn, you are the most important person in the entire world.
Yeah, basically.
and like when I finally got to Alduin, and like when over in Sovngarde, like he says, like, who are you to fucking challenge me, like, you dirty little peasant?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like you can answer with like. You can answer with like what you've accomplished, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
At that point in time, I was the leader of the Fighters Guild.
Mm-hmm.
I was the leader of the Wizards, and I was the head of the Nightingales.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, I was the head of the Dark Brotherhood.
Yeah.
And so I was like none of that beats.
Bitch, I run this.
Yeah, none of that. Like I looked at those 4 options. Like I'm the most important fucking person in Skyrim. like without me, everything would collapse.
Basically.
And so the 5th option is like I am the Dragonborn.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck all those. You know, the most important thing is that I am the fucking
I'm the one who could
Dragonborn.
prevent this
Yes,
from
it's like,
the
and
world ending.
I am going to kill the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah.
fuck the Dawn, not the Sky Guard. What is it? The people with katanas from Oblivion that show up again, but they want you to kill Parthenax.
Shit.
I forgot what they're called.
It's for the Dragonborn DLC. I don't remember what they're called. They're a cult.
They're the old people who protected the
Dragon
king,
worshippers?
the king
the
from
Blades.
the Blades.
Yeah.
It's just the Blades.
No,
right?
that's in the main campaign. That's not.
Yeah. Those people. It's-
Delphine, she's like at the end. She's like, I want you to go up to the fucking mountain and throw the world and kill Parthenax.
Kill Parthenax.
So
And-
every time that I played, I never did.
No,
Fuck you.
Yeah, I was like,
He's
well, bye. I'm done being a blade.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
It's like I'm not gonna kill Parthenax.
No, I'm not. No, he's a peaceful guy.
He's awesome.
He's a peaceful dude.
It's like I especially love his
The voice
lines.
actor.
It's like when you
every time they say Parthenax, the voice.
the voice.
But he says this a particular line when you ask him about why isn't he like all the other dragons? It's like, isn't it greater to overcome your evil nature than it is to be born heroic? And that was like, you're a cool fucking dragon, Parthenax. It's like, you know what?
Check out.
Anybody fucks with you, Parthenax, you just call me. You just tell me.
Also, no one's gonna fuck with the dragon.
Also, he's a dragon.
Yeah.
Sure he doesn't need to.
That's why the Blades are like, fucking, you kill Parthenax. It's like,
Also, because
fuck
you need clear,
bitch.
and technically you need clear sky to get to the top of the mountain,
Yeah.
anyways. So nobody can do that but a dragonborn,
But the Dragonborn.
or the Greybeards,
Yeah.
technically.
Or Jarl Ulfric.
Yeah, that's true.
Anybody who knows the Thuum.
Yeah,
But that's not a lot of people.
no, it's not. It's still, you know what? It's incredible. Like, I think people have talked Skyrim to death at this point, but it's incredible how relevant that game still is, and how it's just a game that you can continue going back to time and time and time again. And you only have to buy it once, technically. Even though I bought it 3 times.
I'm not dissing you on
No,
that.
I know you're not.
Technically bought it twice.
You're just making fun of it. It's fine.
So I bought the original one.
Yeah,
I
of course.
passed it.
And the PC one, which is the
I
ideal
think
version.
I sold it. No, and then I bought the PS4 one again, but this one was the year edition.
What?
Yeah,
What are you talking about?
the PS3
Yeah.
had the year edition.
Oh,
one
the
that
Game of the
added
Year edition with
stuff.
everything. Yeah, okay. So you bought it. So you bought it. So you technically have it also purchased it 3 times.
No,
We got it for PC.
I do.
So that's 3 times.
That's twice. I borrowed it from.
You borrowed it.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Technically, do not own it, but I mean, I bought it twice. I have the right
Yeah.
to it. So I just borrowed it from my cousin.
You know what's so great, Capello, is that
Thank you, Steam Share.
it's a great feature. I love that because I listen to the music more than I play the game at this point. I love that, like, when I started just walking around Whiterun and just certain other places, like, oh man, that song came up. It's so great to, like, it's so weird to, like, listen to a music of a game more than play the game at this point. But that's a cool feeling. Yeah.
What is that? There's that famous song that the Bard plays. It's like something the Dragonborns come.
Dragonborn
Yeah.
comes.
I think it's the Dragonborn cometh.
I think it's just called Dragonborn. Actually.
Do you think so?
Yeah, or Dragonborn's Come. Yeah, there's a great cover by this one singer who has done stuff with Bethesda before. She did a song for Elder Scrolls Online. I think she's from Monterrey, actually.
Oh, really?
I think her name is Maluka. That's her, like, screen name, and she does a beautiful cover of the Dragonborn song, and it's fucking great. I recommend it. It's very popular. I'm surprised you haven't heard of it.
No, that particular version I have.
Yeah,
with
the Bard.
Yeah.
There's some just excellent music in there, and actually having it remembering what it looks like to play the game and the music at the same time, it's great. It's fucking great. The only thing I wish is that also it's really really picky. When you go to Skyhaven Temple, which is where the blade, where the blades, that's like their headquarters. There isn't a specific theme for that, and I kind of wish there was, because I'd like to hear what that would have sounded like. But that's just super pick. And real quick, I'm going to mention that I also played the campaign for Infinite Warfare.
Really?
Yeah, I borrowed it.
Sneaky snake.
I borrowed it. That one I borrowed. And you know what? I went in with extremely low expectations of it being any different from any other game. The last one I played was Modern Warfare 3 a long time ago. But surprisingly, I found myself, specifically the characters, it seems like, okay, changes have been made to the game. And at the end, though, it's still a corridor shooter. This one takes place in space, though. And so I found the most interesting thing about that, the most fun, was not the shooting, was being in the Jackal, which is the space jet. And those moments and instances are exhilarating, which is why I said you have to try out that VR version, because there's a VR free. Jet. Yeah, it's not even a demo. It's like just a free thing that you can play. And that was probably the best. What? It's the same thing. I said demo.
I just no. Just keep going. We don't even need to acknowledge it.
What I said about the demo?
No.
Something
the fact
else?
that I've been doing this for like 30 fucking minutes.
Okay.
This is a fucking Popeye
You have a
monocle.
pop filter on your...
Pop filter
Oh,
monocle.
that's clever. I see what you're doing.
High fashion.
The Jackal stuff is really good, and the characters are great, because it feels like you're in a group of people that, like, you know about their lives and like what's at stake in their families and stuff. It's not something you usually see in Call of Duty. So I enjoyed that. And actually the ending is, I didn't expect it to have an impact on me, because also the character's Hispanic, which is not something you see very much or at all in gaming, so which is pretty cool. And there's a representation of, other people that are not Caucasian, and women and stuff, which is great. But I think that it's a little too late. If this change was done 5 years ago, it would have been, holy hell, this is amazing. But right now it's not, because it took too long for them to pay attention to the audience. It's a little too late. And is that sad? I don't know. I think it's like, well, you kind of had it coming to you, because you never made these changes within these past 5 years that you released really the same game. And I can say that with confidence. Do I think it's worth playing the campaign? Absolutely. Is it worth $60? No. Don't pick it up for $60. Also, I was under the impression when I borrowed it that, it was the, Legacy Edition, which comes with Modern Warfare 4. Called Call of Duty 4. So that's the one I really wanted to play, but it didn't. So I just played, the campaign. And that's about it. A little XCOM here and there, but that's about it too.
Cool.
Yeah.
Man, my cousin's going crazy over that game.
Yeah, he is.
XCOM?
Yeah.
He's killing himself.
Yeah. Ever since the day he came to sit down and play it for a little bit.
Oh, you got to show it to him?
Yeah, I showed it to him a couple times.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, he knew he was going to buy it, but seeing it just made it worse.
Yeah.
But that's the extent of that. So, for the sake of time, let's get into steaming reviews.
All right.
This week it's three games. Also, it's I decided to go with the format that we decided on, with a multiple choice at the end in case you guys get stuck. And I think you guys might get stuck with the last one.
Okay.
So we'll see. Oh, also, I did add the at least for the last two games, the usernames of the individuals who wrote the review, because, well, I think it's important to credit them. Makes sense. Okay, the first game is recommended with 24.6 hours on record and posted September 1st of 2015 and reads, "Oh, what a game. What a lovely game."
So just go ahead and go to the next one already, because
Okay.
that doesn't say anything.
Let me.
It's supposed to.
Let me see. Hold up. The Mad Max
Skyrim.
game.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's a line from the movie.
Then
what a
fuck
game.
me, 'cause
What
I
a
didn't
lovely
see the
game.
You didn't see the movie?
No.
You have not seen Mad
I
Max
have
Fury
not
Road?
seen any movie, friend.
You're lying. We went to see the movie together. You never saw that movie?
No, I haven't.
You have to watch it.
I've been told that many
It's
a
so
time.
fucking
For
good.
many movies.
Like,
Guess
but-
how many?
No, no,
I've-
no.
People
but this one
literally
you have to
think
watch
that
it.
people literally think that Mad Max is like this, like the modern generation's cult classic that will go on to the ages. Like people,
Believe that 100%.
yeah, people think that Mad Max is gonna carry on for a long time.
It's also just extremely well shot. I could talk about it for hours and just jizz all over the place. So
I
Capella,
want to watch Shin Godzilla for some reason.
Shin Godzilla looks good.
It looks
the
interesting.
next game is recommended by Dumpster Stiggy. With 5,171.1 hours on record.
Jesus.
This fucker fell asleep with the game on.
Posted December 21st, 2015 and reads
Skyrim.
No. And reads not too great at first, but the game this one is a super it's not going to tell you much,
Okay.
but the others should. Not too great at first, but the game really opens up once you're about 2,000 hours in. No, it's not Skyrim. Close choice, though. I'll move on to the next review.
Fallout.
Recommended by Opti with 479.3 hours on record. Posted June 4, 2015 and reads, full of... Okay, this one I didn't understand, but I thought it was a good review because it was 100% helpful and 100% funny. Full of people who can't dodge AEO circles and bearded men who play as naked cat girls.
That threw me off super hard.
Did it really? I'll read that again. Full of people that can't dodge AOE circles or AO circles and bearded men playing as naked
Eve
cat
Online?
girls. No.
It's not
Online.
Eve.
No, I don't think there's any cat girls in Eve.
Aeon?
No.
Then Terra.
No.
Oh man, there's that weird.
It's an
Korean one.
MMO.
Okay.
Clearly an
There's
MMO.
that weird Korean one that my cousin played. I don't remember the name of
Black
it. though.
Desert? Alright.
No.
Something like that. It was a black something.
Black
But
Desert is one that a lot of people were looking
it
at.
has like a
but-
crazy good character creation
yeah,
thing.
that's definitely Black Desert.
Alright, I'll read the last one. Recommended by Shotacat with 3,579 hours on record.
Fuck, dude.
Posted September 28, 2014 and reads, finally, this one probably isn't. Oh,
Finally
maybe.
got past the 2,000 hour.
Finally a
barrier.
casual friendly MMORPG. I may not be paying $15 a month to craft underwear and stare at lalafels.
Layfold?
Oh,
Lalafels?
Lalafels.
Lalafels.
I know exactly which one it is, and it won't come to my head.
No. I'll give you a couple seconds and then I'll go to the multiple choice.
All right, just give me like 5.
Okay.
If I don't get it at
5,
5, just go to the multiple
4.
choice.
3, 2.
Damn it! It's just it won't come to me.
Okay. So the multiple choice
As soon as I hear it, I'm gonna know.
is Rift, The Elder Scrolls Online, Terra, which is no, and A Realm Reborn.
It's a Realm Reborn.
Yes, it is A Realm Reborn.
Yeah, Lalafels.
This was Realm Reborn.
It's a news one. You played that,
It's
right?
Final Fantasy.
There are
Lalafels are also a character, a choosable character in Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicle.
Oh, so that's what threw you off.
Yeah.
But Crystal Chronicle, remember, it's
No.
your Steam reviews. Remember?
No, it's the naked cat girls part that threw me off.
Okay.
As soon as I heard Lalafels, I'm like, I know where this is from, but it took me
I
a
was
bit.
still thinking Korean MMO.
I thought so too, but Terra wasn't the option, and that's the only other one where you can make naked cat girls.
All right, the last game, which I think is, like I said, is probably going to be the hardest one. Recommended by A Bag of Crabs
A singular bag of crabs, I see.
with 3.4 hours on record, posted June 24, 2015, and reads, I can smell the lies in that wench. Whatever she's up to, justice will be served. Windows 95 out of 10.
That's kind of funny. Windows 95 out of 10.
The original Witcher.
No.
Damn.
No.
Any game that has a antagonist as a lady.
Think about that. Next review is recommended by Dr. Bizarro with 4.1 hours. I'm going to have fun with these fucking names at some point. Recommended with 4.1 hours on record and posted July 12th of 2015 and reads, And this one's probably just a little more. I've decided to add a little more informational ones instead of funny ones too. This is one of them. A must-buy if you're a fan of Memento, Pulp Fiction, or non-linear storytelling in general. At $6, this game costs less than a movie, which will take you just a little longer to complete, and is a fun little story that is very engaging to explore.
Five Nights at Freddy's sister location.
No.
Fuck.
Also, remember the date. This is where date is also important. 2015.
Fuck you, Todd.
Gotta pay attention to these things.
Five Nights at Freddy's sister location.
That came out this year.
Yes, it did.
But it's a review for 2015.
Don't believe that lying wench. Robo wench.
Alright, last review. Recommended by Enter the Robot, with 5.9 hours on record and posted June 5th of 2015, and reads... This was a really cool detective game. I ended up with about 5 pages of notes by the end of it. 8 out of 10.
A Wolf Among Us?
No. Good choice.
That would have been a good one, yeah.
I didn't think about that when adding multiple choice games.
I was thinking like $6 game.
Came out last year.
With
a female antagonist?
Female antagonist.
Or subject. It's hard for me to describe.
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, God.
So that's an option, but no, it's not Sherlock Holmes.
Her Story?
Yes,
There you go.
What was her story?
It's the one where the
There's
woman...
like a spooky old house, and you just see old tapes.
What the fuck?
Old
No.
recordings.
No,
That's the one that it's like they're reading internet articles and there's this woman who's telling...
Oh, I remember.
It's like interview.
They're all... Yeah, and
Yeah.
some of them are from her when she's arrested. Some of them are from parties.
And it's like an interface of like a Windows 95 computer or something like that. That's why that first comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice job, bag of crabs.
remember that after the conversation we had when Marcus was here, you know, I had been mentioning to you guys that I've been picking games that I knew you guys probably played, and that's when Capel said, "No, come on, don't sell us short." So
Yeah,
that's the first signifier. So the multiple choices which you already got was Her Story, The Silver Case, which is a Suda51 game that's just came out on PC. It was re-released and it's now coming to PS4 next year, which I'm looking
Grasshopper game, not a Suda51 game.
Isn't that Suda51?
I mean, Suda51 is with Grasshopper manufacturer.
Oh yeah, but like
the last game that Suda51 has directed was No More Heroes.
You're right, but this is a game that came out on the PlayStation 1. It's an old game. Yeah. Looks interesting. Sherlock Holmes, the Devil's Daughter, which I haven't played. I really do want to play it, and Contrast. So, Capella won all 3 of them.
That's fine.
With the sweep.
I've given up on trying to take it.
You will get it at some point. Don't worry about that. Oh, what happened?
I still stand by Five Nights at Freddy's sister location. Do not trust that wench.
Okay. I'll remember that if I ever play the game, which will probably be never.
Why the fuck aren't you playing that game?
I'm not really into Five Nights at
cut
Freddy. You need to cut
I'll
me?
cut you one of these days.
Jesus.
Say, Todd, why aren't you playing this? Oh, it's because... excuses.
Take your near lifeless corpse over to Benny's house and play Blaze Blue.
Yeah.
Well, I think that
I'm now bleeding out.
I think that we're done for today. So we'll be back next week.
With hopefully a shorter podcast.
Yeah, this is way longer because we basically added the shit show to this one.
Yeah, this is...
Also, it's been a while.
Yeah.
Cut this in half, maybe.
This will probably require a
That's
little
2
more.
separate podcasts.
We could probably. This will require a little more editing than last week's. So we'll see. But yeah, we're done. Have a good week, and we'll see you next weekend. Maybe. Yeah. Probably.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
Probably.
Nobody died. Oh wait, you're gonna be gone 2 weeks from now.
Yes.
Yes.
Are you leaving anywhere, fella?
Me?
Yes.
I'll be there.
Totally.